Welcome back to Inspire Great Health. Today we have some very special guests. We have a couple of the chaplains here with us today. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then we will get into talking about what they do at the hospital. Daniel, we'll start with you.
Well, my name is Daniel Makohar, and I'm privileged to be the chaplains, the pastoral department manager at this time. And I'm a chaplain, and I love what I do.
I'm Charlie Reed. I started quite a few years ago, but wanted to get into something where I could have more exposure to different people with different backgrounds, and so it's been a fit, and I've stuck around.
And I'm Chaplain Tina. I'm the newbie here, but like Dan and Charlie are saying, I love what I do here, and I'm very grateful and honored that I get to love on people here. So.
And Tina, you're the newest, and Charlie, you've been here the longest. Is that correct?
Correct.
Correct. Well, very special guest today. Extra special.
Yeah, that was by design.
Yes.
So we can get all perspectives even as we walk through this.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. So walk me through what an average day is in your daily life as far as your job goes, if there is such a thing.
Well, I'll take the daytime. Starting at 7 a.m., we'll go up to same-day surgery and pray with patients before they go in for surgery, and then get some information on the people on the different floors, and we will go and try to visit every patient that's in the hospital on the floors during the time that they're there. And if they're there for an extended time, we'll go back periodically and check in with them again and just try to see how they're doing, if there's anything we can do for them. Certainly some people want prayer. Some people just need a listening ear. And so we'll try to get around to everybody there. In the intensive care unit, there is specific rounding there going with many different medical people. We're part of that team that go around and discuss the patients and what do we need to do to help them. And then that works well because everybody sees the whole picture of what's going on with a patient and better able to serve them. In the afternoon, I will go over to the East Campus and visit the people in the acute rehab unit, as well as anybody who wants a visit in behavioral health. Yeah. And then do lots of charting.
Yeah, and what Charlie's saying, there is really no typical day, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Because we do have, part of what the chaplains do is respond to all the codes and the traumas that come through. So if anything that's emergent in the emergency department, we respond to every one of them, apart from, I think, stroke. But the rest of it, the chaplains are available to serve the people and the patients there and their families, depending on the need. And what he said about, again, typically, most people before surgery, they would need a prayer. But some people just need that reassurance of, hey, I'm going to be okay. And just having somebody there before that big thing is going to happen, scary thing is going to happen, is really helpful.
And I'll give you the perspective from on-call. So I'm on call on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, usually, unless I'm covering or helping in other departments. But I go on call at 5 p.m. and I'll call into the hospital and let them know that I'm on call. So if they should need me, that they will page me or call me. And I'm on call throughout the night until 7 a.m. in the morning. If there's a code 1 or a trauma 1 or a STEMI alert, I will come in and be with the families. For instance, last night we had a code 1 and I came in and stayed with the family from probably 12 o'clock in the morning till about 4 in the morning. Just walked them through that and stayed with them and prayed with them and just be with them in the time of crisis. So
Yeah, and we do. Apart from that, I guess the other extreme of it is when there's a death. We do the paperwork for the death, for all deaths, and we respond to all deaths. We coordinate with the funeral homes in town and the coroner's department, depending on what the need is for the night. But we are here for the families, to serve the families around that very difficult time, but also to be able to do the paperwork that's needed to be. The record of death is done by the chaplains.
And how do you work with families during when they're making difficult medical decisions for a loved one?
We step in and we'll visit with the patient, the family, but we're there sometimes asking questions and just helping them to think through the whole process of what would my loved one want, and that helps them and help them to recognize and reassure them that they're doing what their loved ones want, what they need. And it feels like a big burden, and it is, but we're there. The staff is there to help them make the decision, the medical staff, as well as us just helping them walk through it, listening.
Yeah, what Charlie is saying is really what does happen. Part of what we do, what we endeavor to do as chaplains, is to at least have a basic knowledge of medical stuff. So that way we are able to speak to the family in layman's language, what is being discussed and what is going on in their lives. And we sometimes show up and sit with the doctor as they explain the medical stuff, as they explain to the patients what is going on and the options that the patients have. Part of what we do is sit down and encourage them, make them aware that they do have options, that they can be able to, I guess, take time and discuss with family before making that decision, because sometimes the pressure of it, just having somebody else to sit with them during that time, or somebody else to say, maybe consider calling your wife, or consider calling a family member. You do not have to make this decision tonight if you are not yet ready to do it. It really is helpful. So basically, part of what we do is be there for them, be curious, and walk with them through the minefield. When they come in with the health situations, it's a journey for most of them. And so finding somebody to be a companion alongside them is really vital.
And how do you support people from different faiths when you're assisting them?
We meet them where they are. There are different faiths, and I think if you've probably met several of different faiths, but if you stay there long enough, you're gonna meet about all the different faiths, and we're just meeting them where they're at and encouraging them. We have our faith, but we don't push that on them. If they got questions about it, we're happy to answer them about our faith, but we're there to meet them where they're at, and we can just encourage them in that.
Yeah, chaplaincy as a whole is not necessarily religious. In a sense, we are there to serve the people, and we meet them wherever it is they are. Because of our demographic here in Wyoming, we find that at least on our staff, we have chaplains. So there's nothing like a Christian chaplain. There's a Christian who happens to be a chaplain, and that is the case that we find ourselves in. So basically, the requirement of the job is to be there for the family, irrespective of where they're coming from. Our core duty is to walk with them, like I said, through the landmine of the situation that they're in at that time, and we meet them on a human level. So it is not, we do believe in that a human being is a whole, that there is the spiritual aspect of a person, the social aspect of a person. So part of the training of chaplaincy is being aware of the wholesomeness of a person. And so when the chaplains walk into the room, they're walking into the room not as Christians trying to recruit, but we are walking in as a human, trying to meet a human being where they are and support them through whatever it is that is going on. We do happen to be, like I said, Christians, and what Charlie explained is real. If people are curious about the Christian faith, or they're curious about what we believe in, we are able to tell them, we are able to share and answer the questions that they have. But our goal is not to bring religion in the room. We don't bring religion in the room. We don't try to impose what we believe. We just want to be there. Yeah. So that said, we support everybody that shows up through the doors. We are there for them. Part of our training is also to learn a few things about the other religions. We do have resources in our office concerning. So if we did, for example, see somebody and they say they're Buddhists, we go through that book to just get an idea, to be culturally aware of what to expect and how to be able to meet their need.
Yeah, and I think too that's the whole, in a nutshell, of chaplaincy, is to just meet them in the midst of whatever is going on with them. And most times when you walk into a room, they just want you to listen, and they just need somebody there. Oftentimes we find them without family, and so we just become that for the moment, and we just listen and care for them in that moment. And oftentimes they ask us to come back, and it's not anything about religion. It's just about caring for their needs in that moment. It'd be an ear to listen, or to get them water, or, staff gets really busy, and sometimes when we show up, they just want a blanket, or, and so we just be whatever they need in that moment. And it's a beautiful thing to just see them be able to relax for a moment when it feels like everything is just out of control. We're kind of that calm in the storm.
And how do you support staff members? Because I know you're not here just for the patients. How do you work with staff members if they've just witnessed a death, or if they're just having a rough day?
We joke a lot. We're not, stiff, but we try and bring some laughter to that area sometimes, because it does get a bit stressful.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we just ask questions. There are certain situations that are very stressful for staff, and we're aware of that. And so to just ask questions, how are you doing? And wow, that was a tough situation, and be there for them as well. In the midst of crisis, like most of the nighttime work is, we're needed there to help take care of the family, so that they can take care of the patient, focus on the patient, their needs there. So we do try to do that.
Yeah, we are, again, I know that primarily we are here at the hospital for the patients and their families. However, we serve the staff as well. We serve the staff. We meet them where they are. And sometimes simply all they need is that pastoral presence, and the curiosity that they talked about in the questions. How are you doing? We are aware that this could be really, really difficult. Is there a way that we can support you? And so many times we minister. Some of them ask for prayer, and we do that. We do, around May, we do the blessing of hands, where we get to go to a unit and we just minister to the patient, to the staff. And it's been a blessing to be there. A few weeks ago, I was actually at the cancer center, and I got an opportunity to just pray with them and bless the center. And it was an amazing experience to be there and to see the receptivity of the staff. And I guess if there's a message for out there, it is, we are here for them. We are here for you as the staff, to support you.
What is one thing that you want people to know about chaplains?
We're not just there when somebody dies
or is dying.
or is dying.
Yeah.
Yes, because there sometimes people they'll be afraid when you say you're a chaplain. This is terrible. So, no, wait, calm down. And so sometimes we may even try to build a little relationship with them and help them through a few things before that gets introduced, but so that they understand this is where your loved one is at. This is what we know, and we're here for you and for them. And so we're not scary people.
Yeah, the chaplaincy department is here to support people, like I mentioned, the staff, as well as to support the patients. What he is talking about is this idea that when a chaplain comes, it means I am dying. It means that things have really gone wrong. And sometimes we enter a room and we say, I'm a chaplain, and they are very, very uncomfortable because it's like, is there something that we need to know? No, we're just here to walk with you through this, to support you. And so, yeah, I guess that's the one thing that we would like them to know, both the patients and the families as well as the staff, that we're here to support them, we're here to walk with them through it all. No judgment, just showing up and walking alongside them.
I think too, when we go into a room and they don't even know that that's an option for them to have a chaplain come in and just walk alongside of them. So that's always, I've been finding that they're surprised by that and pleasantly surprised, but they didn't realize that was an option here.
We do not come here to preach. We are not coming here to evangelize or speak religion. We're here to just support them. And that means we will meet them wherever they are. We do believe that every person is a spiritual being. And that said, it means that we will be there and we'll be able to meet them on a human level and walk with them through. Yeah.
I would just piggyback on the judgment thing, that we're not here to judge. And sometimes patients will come in and they may be unintended, but being judged by other staff people because the reason they got there was they did some foolish things, they have broken the law and so forth. We're not there to judge. We're just there in their time of need to help them through that, physically, emotionally, mentally, and if they would desire, spiritually.
And is there anything else you would like to add?
Just that we're fun. We're not really, like judgmental or any of that. And we really are here for the staff and the patients because it's a desire in our hearts that, we want to care deeply for them. So.
Chaplains know how to have fun too.
Yes, we do.
We do. And yeah, for the staff, when you're going through something difficult, reach out to the chaplains department. Just ask to talk to someone. We are here to support you. We are here to walk with you through whatever it is that you're going through. Whether it is we are still covered with confidentiality when when we have those conversations with staff. And so we are a safe place and they can come and have those conversations and walk through whatever it is with the chaplaincy department.
Those are all the questions I have. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thanks
having
us.
Of course.
Thank you for your persistence.
Of course. Yes. Thank you. I really wanted you guys on this podcast. So I appreciate your willingness to be on here with me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course.
Yes.
And thank you for tuning in, and be sure to tune in again next time.